You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Here is a complete video of a maker set from start to finish. If you want to skip ahead to specific points in the video, then check the description below for skip times. Enjoy! Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and it's time for the next set in our Kracie series. This one here, or kracie, however you want to say it. Looks like a chocolatey candy, and of course, you know, looks tasty just by the picture and the stretching between the two sticks. Not much more there. Now, I had started the video and cut it, so I'm kind of having to revamp my intro here a little bit. And then it looks like you cut the end off, but when I had opened it, I noticed that ours was already cut. It must have just broken off. Don't know why, but... And then here is the water ratio. And then I did notice, holding the tray in your hand, there's a nice bottom for that. And then all the steps. There's 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bag. And looks like sticks that you swirl with and mix. And then you get down to the end, swirl, and then split it up into 2 equal parts. So here's all the other information. And then since I've already processed some things here, haven't started, but notice this was broken off. So let me get it all set up, and then we'll get the process going. Well, I am back. I got my water. Kind of funny I didn't have that ready, but you know, sometimes I just start the videos and rush right in because I'm excited to make them. So number 1 pack, and I'm going to put that in first. And basically, I'm going to just put the water on top of it. I just felt that's the way I wanted to do it. And then 1 thing of water. Now remember, the picture's actually showing you holding this in your hand, not mixing it on the table. And then the water they show you not being over the edge and not being under. So let me see. I think we're pretty spot on there. Good. And then let me just go just a little bit off of it. Okay, I like that. We'll pour it on and start mixing. So we're pretty much done with the water at this point. There's no other water in the steps. And we will start. Hold it in your hand. Probably too, so you can just move it around and get the mix where you want it. See, look at that. Doesn't take too long to mix. Just tap this down. And then the second packet is some kind of like, I felt the packet, some kind of crunchy stuff. And from the picture, it looks like almost like a cereal, like a crisp of sorts. And you can already see it's having a, you know, almost like a, not a pudding, creamy, chocolatey batter kind of mix. Okay, so the second packet now, as you can see, in here, it's very crinkly. Let me dump a few out on my hand here, so you can kind of see what they look like. Drop them in, and then we just break one. Yeah, so it's like a crisp. Put the rest in there. And just go for it here. Let's see. Now it looks very sticky. It's almost like a marshmallow now, right? Marshmallow mix. You know when you put the Rice Krispies into the marshmallow? Wow, this kit's not going to be, not going to take too long. That's cool. Look at that. It's like a spidery mix. Now the last pack I'm not too sure about. Maybe it's some kind of help to reduce the stickiness or make some kind of reaction to it. I just like how that looks with the little pieces all around. Alright, so the last one. Let's see. Number 3. The red packet. There we go. Ooh, I dropped a crisp on the side. It's a white powder. a lot in there. So let's see what happens here. I'll go slow to get the powder incorporated. Let's see how it changes it. It's changing the color, so it's not as dark brown now. And it feels like it's getting tackier and helping. It almost smells like chocolate pudding to me. That's what I smell. Combine these now. See, it's harder to mix. That's why they want you to hold this in your hand probably, so you can work it. Interesting. I wonder if it's got to set just a little too. Looks like the whole ball wants to just come out with me. Almost like gum that's been chewed now. Look at that. See that? That is cool. And they want you to split it into 2 balls. 2 chocolate balls. Does that look good? Check it out. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe let them settle just a little so they harden up. Maybe we'll see what happens to them. So I'm going to come back in probably 5 minutes and see if it's the same consistency, and then move them to another plate and then eat them. All right, well, I'm checking back in. It's been about a minute to 2 minutes, because when you first took it out, you couldn't touch it. It's so tacky. So what I'm trying to see is if it's like a Rice Krispie treat where it starts to change. See, look, if I touch how sticky it is, ooh, and then it's still kind of a little tacky to the plate. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Why? I just want to see how it changes. If it does end up like a Rice Krispie treat where you can actually, you know, touch it and do more things with it and play with it, then eat it. So I'll be right back. All right, so just like I had suspected, as it sits, it's not as tacky. Now, some spots are. Let me see. I should be able to pick it up. It's sticking to the plate where it originally was, and as you can see now, it's not as tacky. Now, if I left it up this way, this side's probably a little tacky because it was down, but as the air, you know, sets on it, it seems to be moldable in a way, just like a Rice Krispie treat. So I'm going to eat one. I might as well eat this one here and give it a taste. So let's take a bite. It's crispy, as you can tell. It almost tastes like chocolate pudding. And I'm going to eat the rest. They're good. So there you go. All set. I know it was a short one this time, but we got to go through the kits as we find them. And if you want to see more Kracie items, check in the description below or search our channel. And thanks for watching. Later. If you want to find this item, click the link in the description area below the video. You can also watch more videos in this series by clicking here. Thanks for watching. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.